Hello, everyone. Joined now with Sarah Saranowski. There's, so much in this world to be grateful for, and I was contacted by several people actually reaching out for me to help Sarah. And Sarah Saranowski, you're in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan, and I'm going to put a picture up on the screen here. There's a fundraiser coming up, and this is your son in the picture. Tell us a little bit about what happened. I mean, last summer you got news, something that no parent wants. What happened?
Well, I have 50-50 custody with my son. So he kept coming back from his dad's saying he had fallen off his bike and had, crash marks again, which I thought was just a regular little kid thing. And then, a few weeks later, he went to my sister's house and he was trying to like play or do something at the table and he kept covering his one eye. And then it was like the day after I came home from work and he was at the table having dinner with all the other kids and his right eye was turned all the way inward
Oh,
and so that and then the next morning, like I asked him if he got into anything and he looked oddly tired, like very tired, so I had him go to bed and he kept saying, "Mommy, I'm not tired." And so then he was at a basketball camp the day before, and that day it was supposed to be a 3-day basketball camp. And when my sister picked him up, he almost fell down the stairs, and his balance going to her car was very off, which was unusual. So he did go to basketball that day. And then my sister brought him in, and then I met them. That's at our local hospital, which is very small. MRIs are only done like in the daytime. So they did a CT scan, and on the CT scan, it showed what we would say, his brain blob. Um, and we were almost sent home, and then it was shift change. And a younger gentleman had come on, and I said, there's concerned parents and there's parents that are educated. I said, and I'm one of the educated ones. I said,
yeah.
she didn't even evaluate him besides the CT scan. And the symptoms were getting worse so quickly, like within the 2 days. So he evaluated him more. He like dropped his badge, had him pour a Sprite, that sort of thing. And he tried to call up to the hospital an hour away where they would possibly do MRIs that night. And they said they were backed up to a week. They said you could even bring him to the ER up there tonight and they're going to send you home and say, that you have to schedule an MRI. So with the CT scan on and what they could see, the doctor that was working called U of M Children's Hospital immediately, and we decided to drive him down that night. So we drove all through the night, checked in at the ER, and the next day he got the MRI. And even the day we got there, the onc team came down, and they said it was DIPG, diffuse intrinsic polyntine glioma. So
And
they
that's
said we
a
just
childhood
have to,
cancer. That's a cancer of some kind.
yes, a terminal cancer, terminal
Oh,
brain cancer. And the next day he got the MRI squeezed in, and it was official that we got the news. And we were sent home for about 5 days, and then he did a 30-day round of radiation. Um, we were waiting for a clinical trial down there that was supposed to open up in October. Never happened. So he did just start a clinical trial on Friday. It will be week 4 of it. But the ONC 201 clinical trial only stabilizes, possibly. It doesn't do anything more. And Mason now is immobile. He can't walk around. he can't get his words out. His speech is gone, and he has an NG tube. Um, so that's kind of where we're at now. And, June 14th was the diagnosis date. And that day they said it was 9 months is what they had given. So we're really pushing it. And now he caught RSV. So he's been really sick. And we're really trying to get him through this so he can, get back outside and enjoy a few things. With RSV, he can't go outside. So we're kind of on the upside of it, but we're hoping to, get through at least that for now. That is our intention.
Wow. And it sounds like a lot of good people trying to help you out. I'm going to put it up on the screen here because I have people all over Michigan. This is a comedy fundraiser happening February 10th. I'll put this out there so everyone can see it. And there's other ways, I'm sure. Is there like a GoFundMe or a site somewhere where people can help? I'll put that out there too.
Yes, there is
Okay.
a GoFundMe that's specifically just for my family.
Okay.
That was just made specifically for my family and my family's needs.
Yeah, because this, I mean,
Um,
you're having to travel back and forth, and this, I mean, your whole life has been just, I don't say destroyed, but disrupted. Horrible, just horrible.
yeah, I mean, like right now, my baby is with my aunt and my two little ones, 4 and 3. My sister's been taking pretty much, and then I have a 9-year-old. Um, and he usually goes with Papa, goes with Auntie, goes with Grandma, that sort of thing, especially now with Mason with RSV. So, we're really trying to just get through, the RSV. And, when it, it always comes in threes. So it's like, you know, our hot water tank took a crap. Our alternator took a crap in one vehicle. Our battery took a crap in the other one. I mean, it's like it just seems like it's always been something lately. Like I thought 2023 was like going to be the worst. And 2024 hasn't started off very good either. So, we just keep praying and hoping. And at this point, we're definitely trying to keep Mason comfortable and, happy at this point. We just want him to be comfortable. And we have palliative care and hospice, that is supposed to be starting up, but it's difficult. There's only one agency up here that um, does pediatric um, like hospice. So
Wow. Um, I want to ask. So you were told last year your beautiful 6-year-old son has terminal cancer. How are you able to be so strong? I mean, your mom's strong, but how are you able to go about your, I mean, I can't imagine what it's like.
I do have a healthcare background, so I think that's definitely really helps me. And you know, I have stayed very strong up until the last week or two. Now that he is sick with the RSV and he has declined a lot more, it's really difficult.
I'm thinking of something
So
right now. Go ahead. Sorry.
you, well, and I do have a very good family support system and family that's willing to help out. I mean, like the hot water heater crapped out, my uncle, my dad, there was people here to help, and the community has been overwhelming with help and things like that and fundraisers that they did here at home. But I took Mason to a holistic doctor for quite a few months, and it's very pricey. And we did, IV high dose vitamin C, the hyperbaric chambers. We did the PEMF therapy, a lot of natural things. We have a Rife machine that sends radio electronic frequencies that is supposed to be known to kill tissue cancers. But l- like like we know, this is the worst aggressive childhood cancer that anybody can have. So you can do
Wow.
all these things, and maybe you got another week out of it, of doing all those things. I'll never know. People ask me, how do you know if that works? How do you know if that's working? I don't. I don't know, and I did it with hope and in God's trust. And I think I have come closer to God in all of this than I ever was before. And that's all that we have been doing is, giving it to God and putting it in God's hands, and that sort of thing. So we've
It
had Mason baptized this past year with all my kids together. It was just beautiful. Make a Wish took us to Disney World in Florida right after radiation, while Mason could still get around some. So there, that was amazing too, and that was an amazing experience for Mason. So there's
yeah.
a lot of things. Mason got a dirt bike um, during radiation, and he loves to ride four wheelers, and he is an outside dirt biker, four wheeler, like playing in the dirt, whatever. We live in the country, and he, has a snowmobile. Like, they have everything. And and that I tried to explain to him that let's look at all the things that you have had and have gotten to do. And he's had two families to love him, two sides this whole time, with me and his dad, not being together and both being remarried. So he has a lot of people that love him and pray for him. So we're very fortunate for that.
It puts everything in perspective. People complain about stuff, and we all do. But I hear you. I have a 6-year-old, and this should make people realize all the small stuff isn't worth it. That that all the crap in life, all the little stuff. This is what it's about, because anything could happen at any time. Like this people need to just enjoy life, because you never know.
Yep. And my sister has said that a lot too. And in the mix of all this, my husband's dad passed away October 10th of 2023 unexpectedly. I mean, we have just been hit hard, and we just keep trying to take it day by day. That's all you can do, is go day by day, and take it from there, and love your kids. And you know it's like you just said, it's the small things. And I was always one that was like, hey, Landon, like, fix your hair. None of my boys could have messy hair to go out in public, or and now I look back and I think, oh my gosh, like, did that matter? Like, that didn't matter. That took up 10 more minutes of our time of fun we could have had, or whatever. But it's just like, count your blessings while you have them, and never take anything for granted, is what my family has definitely realized in all of this. Um,
Wow. You're absolutely right. Prayers to all of you. I'm going to put this out there everywhere. I'm going to put the links. I'm going to urge everyone to help, and just keep me updated, and just, yeah, prayers go out to all of you.